How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Today is Thursday, July the 8th, 2021. And we're just going to do our self-directed IRA talk for today. We usually hear each Thursday, 7:30 p.m., talking about self-directed IRAs. Right now, we are focusing on the Roth IRA. Excuse my appearance. But we are focusing on the Roth IRA today. Last week we talked about the difference between traditional and a Roth IRA. Why you want to, use a Roth IRA to invest. So we're just going to continue that conversation. Over the next few weeks, we're going to just focus on Roth IRAs, and then we'll kind of get into some of the other plans as well. Hopefully, it's giving people something to think about, something to talk to their tax preparer, their accountant about, and use this vehicle to grow your retirement. We also trying to bring this to people to get them to use those funds to invest in real estate opportunities as well as real estate note investing opportunities. There's a bunch of different things that you can invest in within traditional real estate and also with real estate notes. So we're just trying to, again, bring this information. If you don't know about it, if you heard about it and maybe forgot about it, you do want to look into a Roth IRA. The reason being is that all the contributions that you put in grow tax free because you do not get any tax benefits on the contributions. That's kind of the biggest difference between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. On a traditional, any contributions that you make can be deducted from your annual gross income, so you're not taxed as much on that money. But when you start to take distributions from a traditional IRA account, they will be taxed at that time. Those distributions will be taxed. So with the Roth, the money that you contribute is pre-tax dollars. So you when you do take it out, when you start getting distributions, you will not be taxed at that particular time. So, and what we're going to focus on today is 5 reasons why you want a Roth IRA. I kind of gave one away already, but we'll talk about 5 reasons why you want to use and get a Roth IRA. So, I was just looking at something that popped up on my computer, so I apologize. So we'll just talk about really quick. We're usually not here that long on Thursday nights. We're also here on Tuesday nights for the next few weeks. I usually do Monday and Thursday at 7:30, but because of a church commitment, we are going to do Thursdays and Tuesday evenings. Tuesday evenings will be more focused on note investing in the note field, that industry. So Thursdays is dedicated to self-directed IRAs and retirement accounts. So, if you have an IRA account, know somebody with an IRA account, please let them know that, there's some information here available to them. Hopefully it'll help them. If they have questions, they can post a comment or send me, an email or reach out to me, and we'll get that answered for them. So with that, let's kind of get started here. I just have some notes. So, reason number 1 on why you want a Roth IRA is that you get to lock in the tax rate. So the tax rate that you, when you put the money in, you can get locked in at that particular, at this particular time, whatever your tax rate is. So if you're comfortable with your current tax rate, and maybe you expect to go possibly into another tax bracket where you may incur more taxes. Again, with things about to happen with the tax code through this new administration, certain things are going, they're probably going to get taxed more, especially with capital gains and things of that nature. Maybe you want to take some of the equity or the capital gains money that you make and put it in a Roth IRA and, get locked into the tax rate now as opposed to later on. Or if you're employed and you're moving up in your company and you're probably going to get a raise or something like that in the future, and your tax rate could change where you're paying more taxes. You want to try and get this now, and if you can accept the tax rate that you have currently, you want to use this type of IRA while you're in hopefully a lower tax rate or tax situation right now. So that's kind of the first reason. The second reason is contributions can be taken out at any time. And this was something that I just recently learned, and I don't know if a lot of people know or don't know, but you have a limit. Usually, I think it's up to $6,000 unless they've changed it. You can put in any given year into a Roth IRA. And let's just say you put in $6,000 for 3 years. You can actually take out that $18,000 whenever you want. It doesn't have to stay in the account. So you can take it out and not be penalized like you would in some other IRAs. You can take the money out to use it for, if you needed to buy a car or something came up, medical expense, some unforeseen circumstance in life came up. Or maybe over those 3 years you were able to invest the money and it grew, and you want to take out the money that you put in because it has grown. You can do that. You want to go, do something with that money, whatever it is, vacation, whatever you want to do with it at that time. It's your money. It's like a glorified savings account. But you can also invest and have it grow. The only thing that you can't take out is the growth in the account, without getting some penalties and things of that nature. So I think that's a very, very big advantage in this particular account, in this particular type of IRA than others. That you can, all those contributions, if you did it for 10 years, you put $6,000 in there for 10 years, and you wanted to go and buy a new house, you have $60,000 that you can kind of take out to go towards that at that particular time. So I think that's a great advantage that a lot of other accounts don't have. So the third reason why you want to get a Roth IRA is that the required distributions, there's no required distributions when you get older. In a traditional and some of these others, at a certain point in your life, you have to start taking distributions, and that's usually at like 72. You can do it at any time at 59 and a half and after that, but at 72 you have to. Say for whatever reason you have multiple Roth accounts, whatever the case may be, you've done well over the years, and in this particular Roth account you just don't want to start having to take the distributions. You want the money to stay in there. You have that ability, and then these can be passed on. Well, I'll get to that next, but you don't have to take the distributions right there. Maybe you're still looking to invest at that time in your life. Like I said, maybe you've got other things that have been working for you, and financially you're in a good position, so you don't have to start taking those distributions out at that particular time. So that's another positive thing. Like I said, the other types of accounts will make you start taking money out at the most 72. The fourth reason, you can continue to make contributions past the age of 72. So again, this kind of goes with that last point, that if you want to continue to put money in the account for whatever reason, maybe you're just not retired, you're still working, whether it be a little job or, whatever it is that you love to do, and you're still making money at that time, you can still make contributions. Some other accounts, you have to stop at a certain age. With the Roth, you don't. And this one can be passed down to your heirs. So if you want to keep on making contributions to it and growing it, it's going to pass to your heirs, again, with all those gains tax-free. Whenever the heirs want to take that money out, it's going to pass down to them tax-free. So this could kind of be a really great way of passing down a financial legacy to grandchildren, to great-grandchildren, whatever your situation is, or, even, your children, at a certain time, it can be passed down to them, and then they can obviously reap the benefits at that time. So, that's another, big thing that why you would want to get into the Roth IRA. And probably the biggest one is this last one, is the tax-free distributions that I talked about when I first opened this up. Is that, when that money comes out, when you're 59 and a half or 60 or 75, whatever, whenever you start to take your distributions, you're not getting taxed on that. So if you manage the account really well, at this time around, I'm in my 40s, and if you're doing it from now and for 30 years, 35 years, you should be able to grow it to a nice piece of money and be able to live off that at that particular time when you start to take your distributions, and you're not going to receive, it's not going to get taxed. So, if you start this when, especially with younger kids, you can do one in your kid's name, and, you as the parent or grandparent can be the manager of the account. You can really start it off early and really just grow it to a great amount by the time that those individuals are ready to retire and take those distributions. That money will be sitting there. So, and then again, they're not taxed on it. And, we don't know what the tax code is going to be, how taxes are going to work, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, whatever the case may be. So, you get locked in right now at this particular tax rate. And then as this thing grows, it just can be a great thing. Like I said, any initial investment that you put into it, you contributed, I should say, not the investment, but the amount that you contributed to the account, you can always pull out. So let's just say you put in, like I said, you put $6,000 in for 3 years, $18,000, but then you made an investment. You helped somebody, you went with somebody, they flipped the house, and then out of that 18, maybe you got back $25,000. Now you can pull out the 18 that you put in, and the account still has money in it. It still has the $7,000 that you can kind of go back and then try to continue to grow that if need be. Maybe you only take out $6,000, and then now you have 19 left in there. Or no, what is it? 25? Yeah, it grew to 25,000 or whatever I said. So the numbers may be a little off, but I think you get the concept, is that you can always take that money that you contributed to the account out. And like I said, if you do a great job of growing it, by investing in certain things that you see some gains and things of that nature, you can always pull out your initial money that you were putting in and then be able to use that for whatever it is that you want to do. So it's a really powerful tool that I think that a lot of us, should look at doing. If you are working and you can contribute a certain amount out of each check to it. And then, since this is a long-term strategy and you're trying to grow it tax-free, this is where, the real estate investing, the real estate notes, because these are investments that you're going to have over time. You can also do some quick things, just depending on how much money you have. You may be able to lend money for a short amount of time. You can give people, money at a good rate for a short amount of time, and hopefully that'll get paid off and paid back to you. There's another great technique I just learned about, doing wraps. I'm going to get in, I'll probably talk about that during this process as well, where you can take as little as $1,000 and you can get tremendous returns on $1,000, and we'll get into that at another time. But if you use these accounts to invest in real estate and real estate notes, you can see tremendous gains in a short amount of time. So that's what we're really pushing for. We're trying to get this out to people. So, you can't say that there aren't things out there that you can do. There's a lot that you can do, and you don't have to have a whole lot of money. You can have $1,000, you can have $5,000, you can have $10,000. It really doesn't matter, but it's just finding something that you can use it to go with, or use it in an investment to see it grow. And that's what we try to present to people. We try to present those opportunities that are out there. And there's an opportunity coming with this whole ending of forbearance and the moratoriums and things of that nature. So I just hope people are gearing up for the opportunity that's here right now and what is coming. There's going to be a chance to really make or see money grow and make some good advances coming up soon. It's going to be not as bad as back in 2009 and 2010, 2008, but there's going to be a similar opportunity to take advantage of a market that may go down a little bit. So hopefully by looking at this on these Thursdays that we come and talk about retirement accounts, most people have most of their money in a retirement account, or maybe in their home if they have equity. You want to try and use this money to position yourself to take advantage of some of these opportunities, and we can present some of those opportunities to you if you want to talk further. So with that being said, it's just about 20 minutes. Like I said, we're usually not here that long, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. We're right at the 18-minute mark. So if you want to reach out to me, my telephone number is 973-475-8488. You can email me at acg@abundantcapitalgroup.com. You can respond via Instagram or Facebook, whichever one you might see this on. Any questions, please let me know. If I don't know the answer, I'll definitely research it and get the answer for you. But we want to be able to steer people in the right direction. If you're looking for somebody to talk to that works in the IRA, we have referrals that we can send you to and have them talk you through some of the stuff that we're talking about. Because I'm not just talking about a traditional or regular with company sponsored IRAs. I'm talking about moving your company sponsored account over to a self-directed IRA account. Self-directed just means that you have more control over what you can invest in. You look at your statement each year, you see some gains, probably, over the last couple of years with the stock market doing as well as it has, maybe if you've seen some tremendous gains. You can take some of that. I wouldn't say abandon that plan altogether, but take some of it, move it into a self-directed IRA, and they have a lot of different plans. So whatever one would fit your situation, I'm sure we can get you into something. And then start to look at some of these other opportunities that are out here outside of the stock market. Cryptocurrency is one. Obviously we talk about real estate a lot here. That's another one. So, and there's some other things out there. There's businesses. There's a lot of businesses hurting right now. If you or one or two people get together, put some money together, you could probably, be able to get involved in some of these businesses, get them back up running again. And obviously you'll get a certain return and a certain benefit from that. So these are some strategies and things that we have to start to think about and implement to take advantage of what's going on right now. And that's all that we're trying to do with this. And then, like I said, on Tuesdays, 7:30, if you want to come back, I'll be here on Facebook as well as Instagram at 7:30 on Tuesdays, and we're just talking about real estate note investing. I just pick a topic I think on next Tuesday we're going to talk about exit strategies when it comes to note investing. You have a lot of different exit strategies to protect your investment. You know, that's one of the reasons why we like notes so much, is because it's going to be hard to not make money. You know, it's going to be hard to lose money because of all the options that we have in note investing. So, you know, if you're available 7:30 on Tuesday and Thursdays at 7:30, I'm here, just sharing this information, and hopefully it's making sense to you. And even if it's not, tell me it's not, and then we'll try to clarify some things and answer any questions. So with that being said, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you. Actually, I'm going live on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. I usually go to a park here in Essex County, Wassesson Park, the Bloomfield side. If it's a nice day, you know, if you want to come out and meet in person, you know, please come out, ask your questions in regards to real estate investing. You know, I'll be there. I'll be going live as well, and we talk about, we go into a little bit more depth about real estate notes. We usually take a little bit more time than what we do on these, because we don't want to, you know, make these videos too long at night. So we just take a little bit more time when on Saturday afternoons. And if you go to the YouTube channel Abundant Capital Group, you'll see the series is there. You'll see a bunch of other videos that talk about real estate notes and self-directed IRAs as well. So, you know, whenever you ever have time, you can go to that page and you'll see that stuff. And this will be posted there, you know, on my Instagram, and as well as on my YouTube channel. The video will be posted, so you can check it out whenever you have time. All right, with that being said, everybody have a good night, and we will see you on Saturday, this week, Saturday, 1 p.m., and then again on Tuesday of next week at 7:30 p.m. Have a good night.